What up, YouTube? I haven't put out a video in a minute because I've been busy. Sorry, guys. Life is a mess right now. I got things going on. But I'm putting out this video today because I've noticed a lot of things going on right now. And I definitely have noticed that YouTube is doing some mess and they're taking people's channels, taking people's videos. They're doing all kind of stuff right now. And we need to really, really be mindful of what channels we watch. Um, I know I told you guys I was going to come back with some real serious information as far as the driver's license and different things like that. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that driver's license does. That driver's license makes you a taxpayer. That driver's license allows them to snatch you out your car. That driver's license allows them to get child support, garnish your wages. It allows them, it's a contract, it's an invisible contract. It has what we call, it, 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 it has, it has retention clauses. And those retention clauses are invisible. Forgive me for not knowing that word right up. But they have retention clauses. And those retention clauses are what makes them able to do that. When you signed your name, that was it. You signed the contract. If you look at your driver's license, it's a signature from them and a signature from you. That's a contract. Okay? That's what we call a bilateral contract. But you just thinking you're getting a driver's license to drive. Right now, being out on the road is the most dangerous thing in the world because they are trying to use the tickets they write. They're overutilizing that. They're writing tickets for just anything. My friend told me yesterday he got a ticket for riding his bike, and they wanted to give him a moving violation, like if he was driving a car. Like, this is serious. Those bikes, the scooters, all of that could fall under your driver's license. If you want to really know what's going on, they're trying to get more excise tax money by turning over those driver's license your guys have and getting the new real ID. That real ID is worse than the driver's license you have because that real ID is it doesn't tell you that they really have a serious contract on you with that one. Okay, and the regular driver's license, you're not going to be able to get on a plane or nothing. But what they're not telling you is you can drive with your passport. So you guys need to get passports. It's not legal advice, please. I'm just letting you know that passport takes you out of their system. And if you're smart, you'll go get your driver's license. You'll turn in your driver's license and tell them to take you out their system, not just turn in, take you out the system. So I'm letting you guys know, be careful with these driver's licenses. Be careful on that road. Be careful with these policy officials because that's what they are. They're a corporation. They are nobody, okay? Police were put here to protect property, not to do the stuff that they're doing. They were the Pinkertons back in the day. And they went from the Pinkertons to, well, they was the KKK before that. Then they went to the Pinkertons. The Pinkertons were who protected Rockefeller's estate because he was afraid people was going to come and do him harm. So he got the Pinkertons to protect his property. That's what that was about. Then they became police officers, which, they're into all kind of things. It's really ridiculous that we have to subject our children to this mess. Let me tell y'all something. If your child is under the age of 18, you should be letting them know that they should protect their Fifth Amendment right to not witness on themselves and never speak to any official unless you are present or you have a lawyer present. Do not let your kids be subjected to these people. They have rights. You have rights. It's life, liberty, and happiness. You have that. They're taking it away. They are taking away our equal protection. We have equal protection under the law. And you guys need to understand what these things mean. You cannot let these people come and tell you stuff and you just listening to them. Make sure that they're not lying to you. Police officers, part of their job is to lie, and you guys need to know that when you're dealing with them. So, that's what I'm not telling you nothing from me. I'm telling you the truth. So I just want you guys to know that you have to be careful with these people. And you have to be careful dealing with officials because the more you talk, the more you argue with them, you're going to lose. Okay? And I know that sounds crazy. Like, well, what do we do? You have to learn how to stand up for your rights. Your right is to be silent and not self witness on yourself. Okay? It's the Fifth Amendment. Read what the Fifth Amendment says because it's very important. They're using the 13th, the 13th or the 14th Amendment to enslave us. And it's not right. I'm not even going to say about fair was fair because they don't believe in fair, but I can tell you right now, due process of the law is the law. They cannot take that from you. But if you don't know about it, you're going to fall into the trap. So you have to know that you are a human being. They deal with you as a corporation. You are not a corporation. When your name is put on that document in all caps, you are reviewed as a corporation. And unless you tell them you're not, you are presumed to be that. And you're going to be treated as such. And the other thing you guys don't know is about your minor accounts, which is due to your Social Security card. And that Social Security card makes you a minor in the eyes of the court. You have to go and claim your securities, your interest in your securities. And, that's another subject. I'm not going to get into that, but that's what you have to do. I don't care how old you are. If you've never done that, you are going to be treated in the courts as a minor who is the ward of the state due to the birth certificate. So, y'all guys got to start doing your homework, start doing some research on this stuff because the laws are there. Learn what that the UCC is about and how things can how they're structuring things around that through the courts because y'all think it's statutes and all of that. No, they use the UCC to govern that court. That's what they use, and they're trapping you with that statutory and all that stuff is not real. Those are not real. But if you fall for the trap, they're coming for your money. That's what they want. They want your life or your money. But what's really there after is the account that's attached to your birth certificate and the Social Security card. So you have to be careful because once they get into those accounts, they can get unprecedented money. It's crazy how much money they can get from them because they keep refloating them. What they're supposed to do is once your case is closed, they're supposed to close it out. But they don't do that. That's why they keep the case going and going and going. That's why they do that. So I'm just letting you know there is things that they're supposed to be doing that they're not doing, and they're floating bonds in the courts. They're doing all kind of illegal stuff, but you don't know it because you don't know what's going on. And the worst thing you could do is hire a lawyer because the lawyer works with them. So it's really sad what they're doing right now, and I really feel bad for people that don't understand this concept and what's going on and how your driver's license, your Social Security card, and your birth certificate all tied together. And people say that your birth certificate is not ID. Well, let's think about something. Let's look at the conflict right here. When you were born and your mother went to get the Social Security card because they immediately jump on her for the birth certificate, so you're gonna get that. But when she goes and gets the Social Security card, what does she use? The birth certificate. So how come it's not ID? See, this is how they scamming you. Now, think about that. Every mother that's went and got a Social Security card, she couldn't get it without the birth certificate because they had to match it to what the birth certificate said. So now they can have all of those accounts viewing the same name. They're floating accounts in our name on the stock market due to the fact that we have not claimed our status. It's called correct the status. These are things y'all gotta look. It's called you need to correct your status. You need to be careful in the courts, and you need to really understand what these things are. I'm gonna give you a good book that might put you in the right direction because that's what helped me and got me to understand this stuff, and it's called Redemption. There's different ones. I prefer 4. I think it's Redemption 4. They got 4.0. I think they got 5.0. So that's a very good book. You can go online and get a PDF of it. But that book is awesome. That book explains all the history about the money. Anytime you hear economics, economics is counterfeit, forgery, and swindling. Okay, so when you hear that word, know that that doesn't mean what you think it means. Words have several meanings, especially in court. So you really need to be careful. And I bless you guys with this information. I hope it's helpful to y'all. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to give legal advice, but I'm trying to give you some understanding of what's going on. So if anybody wants to do their research, you have a little understanding of where to go. Again, the book is Redemption 4.0. It's a 5.0. Look them up. If I get a chance, I might put the link in the description. But I thank you guys for listening to my video, and I really appreciate y'all. And I just want to say, have a wonderful day, okay? Don't let these people get you down. Have a really happy day. Thanks so much for listening to my video, and I hope to bring more.